Welcome agents, today I have possibly the best DPS build that I've used since update 1.8.3. This build has been showcased on Easy TV's channel, but it wasn't until I played with a fellow Division YouTuber called Rogue Gaming UK that I realised just how good it was. So before we get into this build, big shout out to Rogue Gaming UK. If you enjoy everything The Division, especially Dark Zone Destruction, then go check him out. His YouTube channel will be in the description below. With all that said, drop a like if you enjoy this video, subscribe if you enjoy daily Division content, and let's get to it. Okay agents, so the build that I want to talk about today is this one. 3-piece Striker, 2-piece Banshee, and Ninja Bike, meaning we get the 4-piece Striker and the 3-piece Banshee. Now the way I'm building this, as you can see, is we've got relatively low stamina, around 5,100, and we've gone for higher firearms of 7,600. Now Easy TV's build is more around sort of 8,000 firearms and 4,800 stamina. I just personally found from my own playing of this that the survivability of this build is so low when you don't have stacks up that this little bit of extra stamina does help. It's not that noticeable, but it does make a difference, at least in my opinion. So with this build, I'll quickly run through it with you guys. So as you can see, we've got our Striker's Harness here. I've ran Skill Haste and Health. I thought that Skill Haste is probably best here. Some people would say run Exotic Damage Resilience for the Pred bleed, but personally I love running Skill Haste. It means I can get my box back quicker, and it also means if I'm running Booster Shot, which I am on this, I get that much quicker back, or if you want to run Pulse, whatever it might be, you're going to get those skills back quicker, and I prefer that over Exotic Damage Resilience. Moving on to the mask here, we've gone for crit hit chance and we've gone for burn resistance. You could really run with whatever you want as a minor attribute here. Bleed resistance might help because it does, from my understanding, it does actually reduce the amount of ticks from the Pred bleed, is my understanding. I know in the description of Predators it says it ignores it, but my understanding is from testing that's not the case. Moving on to the knee pads, the Banshee knee pads here, we've got health, we've got, as you can see, the minor attributes, it's rolled to firearms. And onto the Ninja Bike backpack, it's rolled to firearms, health, ammo capacity here. You might want to run crit damage here or something else, but ultimately, if you've got your stacks up with Striker, you don't really need the extra crit hit damage. What you do need, however, is the extra health when you don't have those stacks, because you are going to be a little bit squishy from my testing. Moving on to the gloves here, we've got SMG, crit damage, crit chance. You are going to be using the house most probably, or an SMG of your choice. If you don't have a good SMG, then maybe change this to assault rifle damage and run like an M4, for example. And then lastly, the Banshee's Shadow Holster, and again, I'm running Skill Haste here simply because I like having a little bit of extra Skill Haste. Now, you could, and I'll go over the mods here. With my mods, I've gone for stamina mods with health, and I think on my backpack, I've actually gone for a firearms mod to get the stats that I currently have, again with health. Now, you could run these mods with Skill Haste, giving you that extra 15% Skill Haste. That's absolutely plausible. I've just gone for that extra sort of 15,000 health because it is needed with this build. Again, weapon-wise, you want to run the best SMG in the game, the house, and ideally you want deadly, responsive, and card counter, deadly, unforgiving card counter, something like that. Unfortunately, mine's not perfect. And you want to mod it for crit hit chance, crit hit damage. I'm sure you guys are fully aware of that. Secondary weapon, I've gone for a lightweight M4, giving me that little bit of range that I need in some situations. And on this one, I've got unforgiving, deadly, and responsive. Pretty much God rolled M4. And again, you're going to want to spec that into crit damage, crit chance. And with the small grip here, I've gone for optimal range because that's what this weapon is for. So that's really the build. If you want to look at my performance mods, they are pulse, critical hit chance, which actually doesn't make sense on this build now that I think about it. So scrap that. You don't want to run pulse, critical hit chance, at least on the build that I'm running. You want to run first aid, self heal, because, and I'll show you now, I am running a booster shot on this one, giving me that extra damage that I need. Plus I am running an immunizer station. The reason I'm not running pulse is because this build has roughly about a 40% crit chance. Most PvP games, someone's running pulse, and because you have that 40% crit chance, you don't really need to get up to that 60% that much, really. And I think booster shot is a lot better, ultimately. Also, with that said, you could run the talent that I run, which is Precision, giving you that standard pulse for 10 seconds, putting you up towards that 60% crit hit chance anyway. I'm running On the Move, I'm running Adrenaline to combat Predator's Mark, and then lastly, I'm running Critical Save. Sometimes, if I'm playing Skirmish, I will run, where is the bad boy? It's on here somewhere. There we go, Combat Medic, and that's kind of like a group medkit in many ways. So there you go, that's the build, guys. I'll just quickly show you my character sheet here. We'll just go over it. Crit chance, native 39, crit damage 111. Again, that could be higher. You could run crit chance on the backpack, and you could, sorry, crit damage on the backpack and the knee pads. But I just felt that having that extra 30,000 sort of health does make a big difference. Because you're not going to need that much crit damage when your stacks are high. You are going to be doing so much damage, it really doesn't make any difference that I've been able to test. So the reason why this build is so strong, because I haven't mentioned, is because you get the 4-piece strikers, meaning that when you get your stacks up, then you are doing a vast amount of damage, plus you are getting the 10% damage to targets out of cover. This is multiplicative. It is stronger than Predators, unless of course you like the extra reload speed, but reload speed really doesn't make any difference. This is stronger than 3-piece Predators in respect to damage. And that's what this build is mainly about. It's doing enough damage that ultimately your stamina makes no difference because you're going to be out DPSing anyone. And that's what this PvP footage is going to show you guys. So hopefully you enjoy the build. You enjoy some little clips that I've got here from a skirmish game with my man Rogue Gaming UK. Again, his link will be in the description. Let's get to the PvP gameplay. And yeah, this build is an absolute melt machine. I can promise you that. My aim was pretty damn awful then, though. So... right, let's get this together. Let's start playing properly for once. Not like an absolute noob. Oh, I just threw a grenade at myself.
Oh my god.
Doomtastic just got melted with 30k stacks.
I'm so used to being in the DD right now. It's like playing like DD right now.
Oh, some nice stacks there. Bye-bye.
Oh. Oh, I got one kill. I've got one kill. I stole it.
Well, like that. Why did he take about an hour to put that down?
Right.
Good.
No, I've got decent on this.
Oh, I got him. I absolutely melted that kid. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going behind them. Oh my god, I just absolutely melted his life. Damn! Did you get the last kill? Nice. Nice. Mate, that was another close game, but you can really see how this build, it can really melt. I mean, I got 9 kills and I slowed down at the end massively. Massively slowed down at the end.